So it has now become so obvious that this government is not serious at all. How can you arrest someone who is sabotaging your economy and then he disappear into a thin air? This will now remind me of what happened to the correctional center prisoners that broke out of Kuje in Abuja. Abuja happens to be one of the most protected cities in Nigeria, because this is a city where the president and all the top political appointees and the administrative activities happened in the country. But then, how can you arrest someone? It happened under Muhammadu Buhari's regime. We had the attack on the correctional center in Abuja, of which, they said the security was breached, that, plenty grammar. But now, under this Tinubu administration, barely less than 1 year after the Kuje Correctional Center was attacked by terrorists, and so many of these terrorists were released from the Kuje Correctional Center. Remember that because of this naira to a dollar speculation, or as the government happened to be, they went ahead to sanction Binance, saying that they are no longer permitted to operate in Nigerian space. Upon the arrival of the chief executive officers, they were now arrested and detained. And those guys have not even been charged to court as of the last time we did a video about this issue. But then they went to court later, to discuss on how to keep those guys, for them to make payment, because they were charging them that they were speculating currency and all of that. But the unfortunate thing is this: we are still seeing dollar against the naira that is running for over 1,300-400. The problem is not the Binance. The problem was the government. They float the naira, they value the naira, and that was the reason why the naira was getting weaker day by day against the dollar. But now that they are now giving the bureau de change guys direct foreign currency, and they now give them at a fixed rate, the dollar has dropped drastically, not because of the arrest of the Binance guy. Now, we learned that the Binance guy left the country to the Kenyan passports. But wait a minute, how did he get that? He was on detention. Now, according to Premium Post, they said that he left when he went to pray during the Ramadan breaking of fast, and then from there, he jackpot. Wait, let's tell ourselves the truth. How can you escort somebody to a mosque to pray, if it was a Christian, to a church to pray, and then after the service, the person disappear? I don't understand. There may be some hidden things about this whole thing. Nigerians are reacting, and some of the reactions coming from this whole drama that played between Sunday and Monday morning, some are saying that no, this is an unintelligent lie, because we don't expect that, probably because they have pushed so hard, and those Binance guys are not ready to, bend down to the corruption activities in Nigeria. And why do I say so? Because they actually filed them to pay a whooping amount of $10 billion, if I could get my facts correct. And upon asking them to pay this money, the owner of Binance and the organization, they refused to make those payments, saying that they have not breached any law and all of that. But the government went ahead, to bring down their demand by saying, okay, provide us with all the details of those who are trading on your platform and all of that. And they said, no, we're not going to do that. So all these issues that they were raising in court, trying to keep them longer, the EFCC went ahead to file a case of criminal charges on those particular guys that were detained. But then what happened? The guy don't jackpot now. How can somebody in Abuja? So this will now tell you what we talk about insecurity in Nigeria. If this can happen right under the nose of the chief security advisor to the president, under the nose of the DSS, the army, even the immigration in the airport, they couldn't detect this, and the guy like salt inside water. It means that Nigeria, Otilo.